Morning, people. I know y'all here to find ambience of the fish tank. Uh-oh. Here they come. Here they come. Here they go. Good morning, Wally. London in the building. Y'all know it's always a pleasure when we get to engage in some type of dialogue. Charleston, South Carolina. Wow, Hunnits, North Carolina. Good morning. Y'all share this live and like this video. Y'all must be bored or burnt out, or they sending the notifications out because the whole gang is here already. North Carolina, Miami, Detroit, Brooklyn, D.C., Opelousas, Louisiana. That sound like sugar cane. Top flight was good. Are there any other kingpins coming home due to Corona? Drum roll. No. No. Negative. Negative. You know who else ain't getting out due to the corona? Your cousin with all of his hand-to-hand drug sales. He ain't coming home. Oh, man. Good morning. What's up with cuz, though? What's up with cuz, though? I know everybody in here got a cuz. What's up with cuz? Let's call Nana, let's call Auntie, and let's see what's up with cuz. Cuz, you getting out because of the corona? You be like, hell no. No. You can't put nothing, you can't put nothing over on them niggas, man. Them niggas in jail full time. They scrutinize everything. What you think about the shooting in ATL last night? Totally uncalled for, as usual. The mayor acted accordingly, in my opinion, in terms of exerting her power. She was real professional about it. They got to create a law. The police shouldn't be allowed to. I was overseas. They don't even have, the police overseas ain't even got fucking guns and shit. They carry batons. You know what I'm saying? Um, as far as they should make it a law that you have to shoot. If you feel that your life is in danger and you have to shoot someone, you should have to shoot them from the waist down. My cousin on Lock and Elton, where the Rona broke out at, and they not letting him out, and this is his first case. I know cuz ain't getting out. Ain't nobody's cousin getting out. No. Let me tell you something, man. When you keep sticking your hand in the fire, right? They got something that's, the definition of insanity is when you keep doing something over and over and over. You keep sticking your hands in that motherfucking fire. This is me. I'm speaking to me. And whenever I got any interaction with the law, whether the case was big or small, they handled me with gross brutality. I'm not talking about physically assaulting me. I'm talking about just their methods of prosecution, just everything, just gross brutality. Even as a kid, they send little kids to foster homes, tell black parents your kid is retarded. This little nigga retarded. You know what I mean? Have your kids on medication, all type of shit. No mercy. So they ain't gonna show no fucking mercy to no grown ass man. Not nah, hell nah. They don't do that. The system they don't show people that look like us mercy. They don't. He said Takashi 69 exposed a lot. Well, yeah, what brings me to my to the point about that. Everything that Takashi was saying, he supported it with facts on the screen, but it's true. And this is actually in every city. There's big guys that told in every city. I'm just talking about in terms of with 6ix9ine was saying. There's popular people, let's say popular people. There's popular people that did things in every city, and people might look the other way because he has a lot of money or he has a lot of girls, or he might be dangerous or some shit like that. So people just tend to look the other way and shit. But that's why I don't like too much, try to promote that shit. You dig? But in terms of Kwame Kilpatrick, who I have a personal relationship with, who has a severe case of ammonia, I said ammonia, asthma documented, he didn't get any relief. Bill Cosby, 80 years old, he didn't get any relief. We all black people. You understand what I'm saying? Hello? You mean to tell me the corona it's only a threat in certain jails or amongst certain people? Do you think 6ix9ine was supposed to be loyal to Treyway after they were disloyal to him? He wasn't one of them to begin with. He was a Rudy Poot to begin with. They could have carried on being his security detail without actually letting him be a part of the gang. Like the first time he threw his hands up and started throwing gang signs, motherfucker should have slapped the shit out of him. You dig what I'm saying? Motherfucker should have turned around and slapped the fuck out of him. The fuck is you doing? Put your motherfucking hands down, nigga. You dig? So yeah, they kind of let him become a part of this shit and know who's who, and you know, give him the ample information, make him privy to the information that he went and told the police. He said Rona is the fog for most sinister, underhanded mayhem. Facts. If you have a victimless crime, you may be considered, but if there's a victim, hell no. Nah. Good morning to everybody. Like this video. It's over 300 people here. Y'all can do better than that. I appreciate the donation. I believe the first guy was Fred Briggs or Trizzle. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get the notifications if it's your first time here. 6ix9ine was telling the truth. 6ix9ine was telling the truth. Didn't you see? I posted the picture of Snoop in the picture with Haitian Jack and Daz and the whole dog pound. You did? They not gonna tell him to his face, I heard you was snitching, or what's up with that shit with you and Pac, or Pac said that shit about you in the song. They gonna act like they totally never heard that shit. They looking like this is the nigga right here. They checking him out. He fresh to death. Got all this goddamn ice on. Got his weight up. Niggas like snap them pictures, bro. What you think about Vlad TV studying your content, picking up your guests? Vlad picking up my guests is indicative of the high level of talent that you have here on Gully TV. You know what I'm saying? Vlad TV is like maybe like the Gully TV farm team. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't care that he has more videos than me. The dribble is way better than Vlad, though. Everything that's going on over here is more electrifying. It's more elaborate. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Vladimir's no threat. I seen he made a post, somebody tagged me too. They was like, oh, he was like, yo, I'm about to go on a promo run. Tag me to some media outlets y'all would like to see me get interviewed on. And they was tagging me and shit. I don't want to interview. I don't want to interview from Vlad. I don't think Vlad is interesting. He don't do nothing. He just stand behind the camera and ask questions. He don't do nothing else. So I don't think he don't have any dimensions and shit. Like he probably not. I'm sure he's not editing and. What am I gonna ask him? What am I gonna ask him? I tagged you in that post on Twitter. Okay. I wouldn't even know what to ask him. How long have you been doing this? So how long have you been doing this? Oh, y'all would probably want to know how much money you got from Rick Ross. How did it happen? Who jumped on your ass and all of that? That's the only good question. He said, what's in your aquarium? Some colorful shit. Some colorful dandies. Let me see if I can. D-Man, I appreciate your donation. Peace from Jersey. Keep up the good work. Check out House of Lassenberry by Daniel Webb. That's a book. Can you send me a link on Instagram? I'm the Real Gully TV. Hold me down. Vlad been around since 2009 asking questions. Is it true? What the hell he do? Yeah, he don't do nothing else. There will be no Vlad TV without Ross settlement money. Nah, he was active before that. He had DVDs out. He's one of the first guys on it. On. He was on it early. Believe me. Glad TV. Man was calling him Blizzard. Can I roll up? Can I roll up? What happened between Ross and Vlad? Vlad might have been. This is what I imagine happened. I think this is what happened. Vlad asked Rick Ross about being a CO. Yo, Vlad asked Ross about being a CO, man, and he hopped. Them niggas hopped on his ass. Yep. Asked about the CO picture. Don't ask about the. See, one of the things about being an interviewer, when you if you want to be good at this shit and revered and people comfortable with your line of questioning, don't ask them. Don't ask them things like that. Do not boombox. I appreciate you. Do not ask them things like. Don't ask them obvious. Like for instance, if I would have interviewed like when I was around Alco, I didn't talk about fucking Rich Porter. I didn't bring no murder shit up. That go for anybody that I was involved with. You don't talk about the negative shit. If they want to talk about that shit, cool. I wouldn't even lead a motherfucker into a line of questioning that would change the atmosphere between us. Like we in a close proximity. We might be sitting across the table from each other. We might be in the same vehicle. But I'm not gonna change the climate of the room, so to speak. I'm not gonna change the atmosphere because of something that came out of my mouth. So yeah, I ain't on it like that. I wouldn't have asked him that. Why would you ask him was he see a CO when you seen the fucking picture? You seen him. You seen the motherfucking picture. The picture's all over the internet. Why would you ask him about it? It's out there. There's nothing he could say. It ain't. What explanation could he had given for that picture? Why would you ask him about that? Black Pyramid or some shit. What's the situation between you and Jack at the moment? We good. I never disrespected Jack. I cleared Haitian Jack's name 2 years ago. Y'all, 3 years ago, y'all didn't think Haitian Jack was a nice guy. Y'all didn't think he was cool. Y'all thought he was a snitch, like Tupac said and shit. You dig? A total stranger. You know what I mean? Y'all been singing along with it for 20, 30 years. When is Erna gonna take Dark Low's honor? Erna still taking honor? True, Gully, but Ross didn't have that energy for Big Boy and Cali on the radio. This is another thing Vlad got to remember too. He's white. The shit that you can get away, the shit that the shit that you can get away with. I mean, the shit that a black dude to get a warning for, they gonna stomp him out. He gonna get slapped or something. Anything that a black dude gonna get a warning for, he gonna get the most severe end of it, and you already know it and shit. Like what he say? This when he asked him that shit about the CO, he probably was like, "The fuck did he just say?" Like them niggas couldn't wait to impress Ross and tear him apart. Oh shit! King Ernest said you're scared of him. You lying? Me and him be talking. We talk all the time. You can say that. Let me see. What the fuck did you just say? Got to whooping his ass. Oh shit. Y'all can go ahead with the King Ernest shit, man. Ain't no King Ernest slander popping in here. Ain't no King Ernest slander popping in here. He said that Rick Ross graduation pic is funny. He got a cap and gown picture though. Everybody ain't never wore a cap and gown. I ain't never wore one and shit. That's a picture that I don't get. Shout out to everybody that got a cap and gown picture, man. At any point, at any level. Did you see King Erner Bosco podcast they was on? You hear about the situation with Gilly and Bosco? See, they was going back and forth. What do you think about Ori Spado claims on Jack? This is what I think. Any mob guy, anybody from the mafia that's really from the mafia, if you see them on the internet talking, they either the police or they not who they say they is. They either the police have been debriefed already and they, comfortable doing this shit, and it's known that they probably done already been disfellowshipped and shit like that. So anything that they fucking saying and shit, like, it's the fucking internet. The fuck. Ross told Big Tigger the reason he became a CO. How do you feel about Candace Owens and her false accusations? Y'all can't look at her face and tell that she doing that shit on purpose. She doing that shit for notoriety. That bitch is sick. She's sick. She didn't found a fucking angle. She's on some fucking the fuck. Bitch on some fucking Rob. What was the nigga name? Morton Downey Jr. She on some weird Morton Downey Jr. bootlicking shit, and it's become profitable for her, and she like that pocket that she in, but she get what she looking for. She be alright. Aziz Abdul, I'm good. Maintaining, weight training. MIL documentary, top 5 documentaries. That shit is crack. I watched that shit so much when that shit first came out. Kwame Kilpatrick is down in Oakdale, and they got the worst breakout in the Bureau of Prisons. He said, who did Rick Ross interview? Vlad interviewed, or I guess he got his ass whooped trying to interview Rick Ross. She's a paid Republican plant. She's a fucking agitator and shit. Do you do cardio every day? I try to. I'd like to. Probably ain't gonna do nothing today. What'd you think of Dave Chappelle? I know what's up with Dave Chappelle. I know what's up with Ice Cube. Yup. If you a real criminal kingpin, how can you be a correctional officer? The police are real criminals and kingpins. The legitimate police did not. The police is the 9 to 5. They're criminals and kingpins. They sell dope. They be whooping on motherfuckers and killing and shit. That's gangster shit. He said, I think YouTube is boosting 6ix9ine numbers. No, they not. No, they not. That shit viral. Motherfuckers playing that shit like, yo, listen to this shit. He telling the truth. Yo, listen to this shit. Do you think? Meek Mill or whoever will distance themselves from Desiree Perez? Do you think they would tell her that she got to leave Um, Rock Nation, do you think they're gonna fall out with her? Do y'all think they're gonna stop being her friend? Probably not. Nope. Okay then. So why even talk about it? He made his point though. Nicki Minaj, Akon, they abandoned ship. Nicki Minaj is like, she looked both ways. She was standing in the real nigga line. She looked at that line of success. She looked at 6ix9ine standing over there. She said, I'm out of here. She cashed she cashed out all that queen shit she was talking. Oh man. Oh man. She said, I'm out of here. Said, I'm out of here. Let me see. Her brother's a pedophile. Homeboy that she was involved with, his situation got exposed. She broke up with me. She probably gonna be on Backpage, man. About give her another year or so, man. She probably be on OnlyFans. It ain't going good right now. It ain't going good right now. But the work that she does with 6ix9ine, she gonna be up. She gonna be up. They gonna have a colorful ass video. You know how they do it. Colorful ass video. Akon the same thing. Akon like, man, fuck that. This is business. I can hear Akon. I done been around him. I know just how he talk. What do you mean? This is business. This has nothing to do with, what he did and it. We don't have Akon music, convict music don't have nothing to do with that. This is just business. Ooh wee. Ooh ooh ooh. Damn. The industry full of rats, bro. There's some vicious motherfuckers in the industry. I think the industry has been way more physical and tough to meet in the streets. The people that you encounter, everybody think they shit. Everybody trying to get ahead. Everybody trying to get an edge. Everybody trying to look better than the nigga next to them. It's just perverted, and it draw all types of insecure people to it. There's people there's people that be involved in entertainment that on camera they just everything. You feel me? And then you meet them, you might encounter them in real life. Some of them are down to earth and real regular, approachable people. But some be having like some real fucked up stories, like they lives be fucked up and they be a mess when they off camera. Seriously, man, they be a mess when they all. I'm talking about male and female. They be a mess when they off camera. But when that fucking lights, when them lights and cameras and shit go on, when it's time for show, you be like, damn, it's like a light switch and shit. I don't know anything about Cavario. Whatever he tells you, I guess you can take it or leave it. Anybody from the 80s or 90s that supports raps today were raps back in the day. People put the rat thing above paying your bills, sending your children to college and shit like that, property tax and shit. All of that shit costs money. Nobody has profited. Nobody has ever profited from the rat thing. Nah, nobody has like profited from it. I mean, in terms of some a criminal act, you might have profited after you got the fuck away from some rats and some shit like that. But the ratting thing, the whole ratting thing, it can't be monetized. There's zero money to be got in it. For it to be a trending topic a lot of times in the community and shit, it has zero monetary value. You can't feed it to somebody. It's just a negative spirit that's spoken and held in a high regard in the black community. It's people that don't even care about that shit because they not criminals. They're not breaking the law. Like they would like, talking about who's snitching. They be like who cares? For real, because they're not criminals and it's not news of who's snitching or who getting in trouble. That's not news to certain people. The plug I'm on right now. The entire rat industry is based on black people not being business savvy. I think the more independent record labels, the more independent fashion labels, the more the merrier. The more the merrier. I interviewed Willie Esco, right? Willie Esco is a fashion dynamo. He's not just Willie Esco and own and still have that brand or whatever. Willie Esco is Coogee. Willie Esco is Etonic sneakers. Willie Esco was Jaclar sneakers, Jaclar athletics. All of these different talents and shit, right? And because of who he is and his dimensions, an investor, he was able to do deals and consolidate with a boss investor, the Samsung company. Who would ever think the Samsung company, this was revealed through an interview that I did with Willie Esco. Samsung, y'all wouldn't even think that they would have anything to do with the clothes that we wear. That's wild, right? Samsung. You wouldn't even think that a company like that would take any interest in hip hop culture or hip hop fashion or anything like that. He said, "That's true, Gully. I'm not in the streets anymore. What people tell me about what's going on, I could care less." Hell nah. He said, "That's wild." So I said that I told y'all about that. That information about Willie Esco to tell you that once you established independently, once you a powerhouse, once you a brand name, once you a Willie Esco, other people are willing to do business and invest in you. You feel me? But this is only for the independent businesses. This is only for the independent businesses. This is only a reality for an independent business. So for someone to say that white people or people of other races run hip hop, this and this and this and this and that, we need more independent record labels. We need more 6ix9ites. We need more Jay Princes, more Jermaine Dupri's. You dig? More Master P's, more Tony Drapers, Richie Mack from Atlanta, my man. We need more of those guys. 6ix9ine said it in his documentary. He said they told him that Ain't Nothing But a G Thing wasn't a hit record. They told him it wasn't a hit record. Had he not been an independent body, we wouldn't have never got that good music. He put that shit in the streets first, and then corporate America wanted to do business. Isn't it stupid for an artist to sign a 360 deal? Yeah, it's very stupid. I'm gonna tell you why. When a person signs themselves into a slave deal like that, or a deal that's not lucrative in the favor of the artist, they just be wanting to be famous and shit. They be wanting to be seen. Cause them people that rob you, they'll put you on 1,000 posters while they robbing you. They'll put you in magazines while they robbing you. They'll put you all on TV. You'll be popping like a mother. You'd be the most popular motherfucker ever. You'll be on magazines, TV, and all that kind of shit. Y'all ever see that episode on Martin Lawrence when his man was like, his man came through and he was acting like he was famous and shit, and he was like, he kept telling Martin, yo, let me hold this much money, man. I got this check coming, this and this and that. That shit was true as a motherfucker. I didn't encounter so many motherfuckers that was waiting for a check. For real. He said popular and broke. Yeah. He said, because they know we just want to feel good. If you writing the records, if you producing the records, if it's your talent, if you design that outfit, if you design that sneaker, if you painted that jacket, better get you some bread for it. He said that was the Wayans. Okay. Can y'all like this video? We only been here for 30 and some change. There's 500 people here. Like the video, will you? Share it too. He said no, it was on Martin too. I seen both of those episodes. He said it was Sean Wayne's homie. It's good to sign a 360 deal. I know that the industry operate like that from being having a long-term relationship with Molly G. I done been around Maul, during times when he might have needed to borrow money, and then I might see him 3 days later, and he got thousands and thousands of dollars because he just got a direct deposit from some type of royalty check or some. That's how it go. The key is, the idea is to accumulate as many checks as possible. Have them shits coming from all angles. What's the take on Jay-Z having this Fed working with him? You're not gonna stop it. They're not gonna disrupt their machine. Obviously, Rock Nation is working. Obviously, whatever they have going on is proficient and working. They're not gonna break that shit up with some niggas in the street who have nothing said. What you think about the high school major D1 recruits going to HBCUs? One or two of them guys then already declared that they going to black colleges. I think it's dope. If you're nice, you're gonna get a look anyway. You'll get to the league anyway. Somebody's league. Some niggas want to play in that NCAA tournament though. That NCAA tournament, that's a big draw. That's a big lure. Whole world be watching that. Final Four. Black colleges. They got the black college. They got the black college Final Four. They might need more marketing. They might need to promote that shit. Why should they go to HBCUs? The majority of them are pretty much in the 13th grade. I don't know what you mean by that, but this is why they should go to. This is the whole point of it. There's a system. There's systematic racism going on in the United States for history, for centuries, right? And they have these big grand institutions of higher learning, Notre Dame, Stanford. Um, then you got the powerhouses, the Alabamas, the USC's, the LSU's, these Oregon, the Oregon Ducks. These teams, they generate millions and millions of fucking dollars, right? Boom. Profiling, electrifying black athletes. They saying if you police continue to kill black people and shit like that, if y'all continue to mistreat black people, if y'all continue this bullshit, then you're not gonna have no high flyers in your fucking NCAA tournament. We gonna stop coming to y'all shit. You dig? Which is an excellent strategy. I think it's an excellent strategy, but a lot of them would have to participate in it. To keep it real with you, LeVar Ball, LeVar Ball corrupted the NCAA. He corrupted the NCAA's formula. He showed the world and kids that you ain't even gotta fucking go to college if you don't want to, and you can still be the shit. You can still go to the league, and you can still be the. He did. He really did. He gonna always be remembered for the nigga that challenged they system. He did. Oh shit. You don't hear from him as much anymore. You know why? You know why you don't hear from him as much anymore? Because that shit worked with his son. That shit worked. The skinny one, he ended up being 6'7". He the shit. It worked. So he in a good place. He eating. They can start selling them sneakers again. They can start selling them again, the clothes, all of that shit. Because it worked. It didn't work with Lonzo. It worked with the other one. And Lonzo ended up being a pretty good point guard. Pretty good basketball player. He said if they do start going to the HBCUs, the NCAA will buckle. LaMelo, right. What do you think about Willie D? Anybody that knows Willie D, anybody who's grown up on his music, know that he's not to be fucked with. Know that he'll probably knock your teeth out. And he's radical as fuck. And the shit that y'all seeing right now is light. It's light. It's light. He's toned it down. If you go listen to the old Willie, his old music and shit, he been saying fuck a war. I ain't going to war for no shit talking president. You been on that shit. He got a song, motherfuck the KKK. That nigga been on it, yo. And right, this nigga so country and wild with it. Like this nigga give he got Nat Turner in him. One of them fucking CDs he had on overalls on and shit. Big ass muscles hanging out. He's not to be played with, man. You see, he got kicked off YouTube. That nigga went and got some lawyers and a bunch of other shit. They put that shit back. Yeah, Willie D been buck wild. Been buck wild. There's house niggas and field niggas. He was declared field nigga a long time ago. No sellout. Damn. He used to be talking shit too. He said Willie D. Big Crazy is definitely not for the Pilgrims. He was running for office in Texas. Black schools removed everything. Bill Cosby donated, but they didn't get that money back. They can't remove Bill Cosby's legacy. Bill Cosby built the reputation of the Temple University. He built that shit in Philadelphia. He was repping that shit. What you think about all the rappers wasting their money on jewelry? I don't think they wasting their money on jewelry. As long as they dribble right, we should run around here with truck jewelry on, all of us, male and female. We all should be out here adorned with the finest fabrics and diamonds and pearls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit come from the motherland. We entitled to that shit. So if you got that shit, get you some, man. I'm trying to get me some as soon as I get my chips right. Straight up. For real. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Diamonds are so abundant in Africa. Companies like De Beers make them so expensive by controlling the industry. He said, but it's no black jewelry sellers. You can be the first, my nigga. You can be the first. You can be the first. You still rock Coogee? Yeah, I rock Coogee. A clothing brand, if it was hot one time, if it was hot at a point in life to me, it don't become corny because I wore it before. It becomes vintage. You dig what I'm saying? Anything that I wore when I was growing up, I wear right now. I rock Major Damage right now, top and bottom. I rock that shit. Get used. Jean shorts or the jean suit or the overalls. I wear that shit right now. He said, stop saying what's not first and be the first. Right. Cross colors. If I like it, I rock it. Seriously. I got ponies on right now. Like it, I rock it. He said, Major Damage, I had to set in red. You know how much that damage shit cost in high school? You know who was wearing that shit? You know how much that shit cost? Most niggas only had the jeans and the shirt. That Major Damage denim jacket cost like almost $150 or $175 back then, just the jacket. He said, I seen you with that me and Benetton. My man said, I'm rocking Guess jeans right now. Guess is popping. I was just in Paris last year, Fashion Week. Guess is at an all-time high, yo. They over there rocking Guess umbrellas and all kind of shit. He said $150 for the jacket. Yeah, niggas didn't have the jacket. I didn't. Older niggas had that jacket. Telling people they should be, he said respect, fam, but telling people they should be jeweled out is terrible. That's why we all broke trying to look rich with no money. I just said if somebody got their dribble right. I just said if someone has their you know the other aspects of their life in order. If you're earning, if you got you a home, if you paying property tax, if you want some fucking jewels, if you want to be trucked up, go get trucked up. Nigga, buy you 2 chains. The fuck? Why can't we have nice things? You strike me as a guy that never really wore chains. Jewelry make niggas feel good. He said it's an art to listening. How can you invest in black businesses when everyone's screaming foreign cars, women, and trips? Niggas want to go on trips, right? Because we a long way from the island of Africa. We a long way away from home, right? So, niggas be wanting to go get that tropical feeling and shit. Niggas be wanting to go where there's coconuts on the trees and mangoes and shit like that. That's our natural environment. That's our natural habitat. This cold shit and all this shit is going on. We were brought here. So when niggas want to go back to the islands and shit, they can go. Get you a flight, fam. That shit lit. You don't have to buy the food from the Jamaican spot all the time. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can really go to Jamaica, my nigga, and get it out the pot. You know what I mean? You keep asking me about Dave Chappelle, his most recent joint. I think I haven't seen the one that y'all speaking of because y'all keep saying it. But in my perception of Dave Chappelle in the past, he see things through the eyes of us, and if he deviated from that, I'd be shocked. But my recollection and my understanding of who he is up to this point, because I haven't seen what y'all talking about, is that he's one of us. He said, "We not from Africa. Where you from? Crenshaw Mafia." He said, "Man, Dave set the tone even more. Just told you he was one of us." It really wasn't common. He's speaking from the heart. Where is it at, on YouTube? He said, "Have you ever eaten a Trinidad roti?" Did you say roti? He said, "I rock diamonds, gully facts. I ain't hating. I just learned to mark up the jewelry game. I hope my info gave you. Don't make me sound like a hater." Nah, man, jewelry is for us. He said, "Okay, on Netflix." My man said it's on YouTube. What's the name of it? Good morning to everybody here. I appreciate the donations. I can't thank you enough. Someone who would come to my YouTube channel and would give me money just to sit here and kick it and shit. That's just truly amazing. 846. Got it. I've been listening to 50 Cent's audiobook and trying to read more. I don't like. Um, I got an iPhone and they give you they give you the report on how much screen time, on how much time you was fucking with your phone per week. The numbers were staggering. I said, this can't be life. I can't be possibly looking at my phone this many hours out the day. This is just too much. So I've been trying to control it and shit. 846. The amount of time he went on Mr. Floyd's neck. He said, "I just did 4 miles in less than an hour." Boom, boom. Yeah, that's real good money. You was cruising. You was cruising. Yeah, it was staggering. We can't be doing that. All of us gonna have some type of fucking problems with our eyes when we get. I imagine as we age, we be looking at these fucking screens too much. He said average miles like 13 minutes for a male. He said he was moving. He said you tolerate these haters well. If you ever meet somebody who knows me in person, they will laugh with you. They'll laugh with you and just like trip out like, man, if you knew Jamil, you would know that he's so high strung, man, that shit, none of that shit. He's from out of this world. They'll tell you that. They be like, man, he a different type of, he a different breed. You dig? So the dribble was impeccable. When I say that, when I say that, right, in terms of a hater and shit, a guy that got time to hate, I be wanting to know how much time he spent in the gym this week. That's one of the first things I ask. You know what I mean? That's one of the first things I want to inquire about. You know what I mean? Since you a hater, how much time you spend in the gym this week, man? And then I click onto the picture and see who the person is. And normally, as I guessed, it's a nigga that's not in shape. So I immediately look at them in an inferior manner because it's a man shit. It's mano and mano. It's between me and a guy. You know what I mean? 90% of the time, I imagine. And I see him and I see that he's not in shape, and I immediately look at him like, and I'm dead serious. I swear to God, niggas be having, titties like bit like broads, the man titties and shit like that. How can you be a hater and you got tits? How can you be a hater and you flabby? I be looking at niggas like, look, this nigga's a mess. I go through a nigga profile and shit. I be like, no athletic ability. He's a half a man already. Once I see a guy don't have no athletic ability, I'm like, oh, this one of them niggas who didn't even get on the squad and shit. You know what I mean? Some niggas pursue being hoodlums and being trying to be thugs and shit because they couldn't hoop. Or they couldn't play football, or they couldn't box and shit. They couldn't box, so they shoot niggas and shit like that. This is the truth. So I look and see if the nigga got any athletic ability, because we weren't born to be killers and all this shit that niggas drink, sir. All this Percocets and shit. All this shit that niggas be on, I be looking and shit like, this nigga don't got no fucking athletic ability and shit. This is over. It's over already and shit. I'm like, man, I got a better body than this nigga. I got more muscles. Once I got more muscles and a better body than you and shit, I know I'll take your bitch from you. That's another strike. This is why I be running through these niggas. Straight up. It be over before it started. These niggas ain't doing no burpees. These niggas ain't doing no pull-ups and be in other niggas' businesses and shit on other niggas' pages. Telling a nigga what real nigga shit is. How you gonna tell me what real nigga shit is? You ain't even in shape. You're not even in shape. Niggas smoking Newports and all this type of shit. These are the type of niggas that be trying to confront the dribble. This is the type of niggas that be trying to confront the dribble. My niggas will tell you, man, that nigga's a super athlete, yo. Like, he look at other men like they food anyway. And niggas just be jumping out there challenging me and shit like that. And I'm fly. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm damn near invincible and shit. You dig? And these niggas be jumping. If I be steamrolling the shit out these niggas, I be like, man, this nigga ain't been in the gym in forever. I take this nigga broad. I be looking for niggas, girls on niggas' pages. Niggas be hopping in beefs with me and shit, atting me and shit like that. Know they girls be watching that shit. They bitch hop on my page and follow me. Bloop. I don't even know why they even fucking do this shit. You know what I mean? They saying you ain't make no wreck when Lois on. That shit was laughable. He's younger than me. Number one. Number two. He's not. He don't sit at the same table as me, and I'm not even from Philadelphia. If me and him and a bunch of guys from Philadelphia were in a room, the crowd and the conversations that I'm gonna be in, it's gonna be amongst guys that he look up to or guys that would make him feel insecure and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you, if I'm prettier than a nigga, it's over already. Like it's not even a lot to fucking say and shit. Niggas be talking all that space shit, rapping about how much drugs they use and shit like that. How is you can't even compete with a man even doing that shit? Talking about I'm off that, man. Giving y'all too much of the formula. It's called the dribble. You dig? So yeah, get your motherfucking fitness up. Follow me on Instagram, the Real Gully TV, man. He said, guess he did his homework on you. I have a reputation. I know some elites who they know me and shit. You know what I mean? And we got like long histories and shit. I've been moving around in Philly forever and shit. You know what I mean? He don't even. That shit was like a joke. I was entertaining that shit for the internet, getting some money out that shit. Tamir Rice, officer that killed him, got hired as a cop in another state. He said, are you a fighter? I'm an athlete. Keep telling you that. Can you beat him in a fight? I'm an athlete. I just told you that. Oh man. Damn. That's how they've been doing with these cops, moving them and hopping them on other jobs. Hmm. She keep asking me about fighting. I keep telling him I'm an athlete and shit. Like, what part don't he get? Damn, how many times I had to tell you and shit? You ain't. Did you see the video, Trendsetter Shady? Flagging. I didn't catch that. Flagging the channel you was cool with. Boom, 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 boom. Follow me on Twitter, Gully TV1. I'll be over there tweeting a little bit. There'll be action over there on Twitter. That's where that situation started with Vlad. She all tagged me to Vlad post. I don't want to interview him though, and I don't got nothing against him. I like Vlad videos. I watch Vlad videos just like everybody else, but I don't think he's worth an interview. Doggy Diamonds is worth an interview. M Rec might be worth an interview. These is dudes that be really boogieing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he said Trendsetter Shady is a YouTube flagger. Who he flagged? He said, damn, where'd it go? I'm gonna watch 846 when I get out off of here. Did you hear about Mark Wahlberg? I think they said he was in his 20s. I'm gonna watch Dave Chappelle when I get up off of here. Got the remote. I hope he has great health, and I hope he has great fortune ahead of him, man. I ain't. I'm about to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here, and hit the bell so you catch my next live. Until he flagged, spot him, got him. Spot him, got him. Be on some bullshit. I don't care if a nigga put a video out about me. I don't care fuck what a motherfucker say. That shit ain't doing nothing but add to my fucking. You know when you type in somebody's name, it tell you how many entries they got, how many hundreds of thousands, how many millions of entries you got. Type my. I don't keep putting my name on the fucking internet. I don't care. I'm out of here. Peace.